Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alabama Reloader here. So in today's video, it's going to be kind of short and sweet, and some of the subsequent videos are going to be the same. So what I ended up doing, I picked 6 different monolithic bullets or solid copper bullets, and I wanted to test them in 280 Ackley improved, but I only wanted to test with one powder in particular, and that was Hodgdon Superformance. I've got like 10 pounds of this powder, and just wanted to, and there's not a ton of data out there available in 280 Ackley with Hodgdon Superformance with monolithic bullets. Okay, so there's just not, it's not really a combination that, there's a ton of data available. There's a little bit over at the Barnes website, so that's kind of the data that I use to sort of come up with the recipes that I tested today. And I wasn't able to get through all 6 bullets. I ended up going loading up three shot groups per bullet, so we've got 18 3-shot groups that I wanted to try to get through. I was only able to get through maybe not even half that. So the 6 bullets that I wanted to test were the one we're going to go over today is the 140 grain Federal Trophy Copper. These are some pull bullets I picked up from AmericanReloading.com. Next, after that, is the McGuire Ballistics 143 grain Copper Rose Hollow Point bullet. And then I'm trying to think in terms of weight. And then I think we jump up to the 160. So I've got 160 grain CX. That's in this box here. These are also pulled bullets from American Reloading. Those are the only 2 pulled bullets that I tested though, the 140 Trophy Copper and the 160 CX. Everything else is brand new. I'm also going to test the McGuire Ballistics 160 grain Copper Rose bullet. That's the non-hollow point version. The Barnes 168 grain LRX. So we're going to test that guy out. And then the Barnes 175 grain TSX. So 6 different solid copper offerings from, 4 different manufacturers with one powder. And really the goal is just to kind of see out of these 6 bullets, will any of them sort of mesh well with Superformance powder? Because if any of them shoot really well, just sort of off the jump here, then I'll probably just pick whatever load shot the best and go try to kill a deer with it this season. Like, I'm not going to dive too deeply into serious load development with this. Just wanting to kind of see, are any of these bullets going to pair well with Superformance, and then go from there. So for the 140, the Federal Trophy Copper, I tested 54, 55, and 56 grains. We can definitely run up higher than this. Again, there's no load data with this combination at all. So I went to the Barnes website. They have load data for not the 140 grain class bullets. They start using Superformance at their 145 LRX and the 150 grain stuff. So I didn't really have any Superformance data for 140 grain monolithic bullets. So I just kind of guessed based off the other data available at Barnes, the 145 and the 150 grain class. And so I knew I was probably going to be low on the charge weight in terms of what I could run up to, and that's definitely the case. On their 140 for the 280 Ackley, they're showing, Barnes is showing, you can run that stuff up, almost 3,200, well over 3,100 feet per second. You can see here, we didn't even break 3,000. No issues with pressure or anything like that, so I can run up, no problems there, no concerns. That's something I might want to test. Again, there's just not a lot of data, so I don't want to go too deep into the testing, but I might want to run this up just a little bit more to see where we start noticing some signs of pressure, see what type of velocities we can get, and that way we have the data, right? So now that you see the velocity results, not too bad. And I don't need it to be going 3,200 feet per second to go kill a deer, right? That's neither here nor there. I'd be fine at 29. So this was the first group, point of aim, point of impact. And also I put a new scope on this rifle, so I actually had to get it zeroed and make sure I was on paper, and I actually did that with the 160 CXs, since again those are pulled bullets. Plus I had scrubbed the barrel, so starting all over from scratch, right? Clean barrel, different scope on here, got everything zeroed with the 160 CXs, and then switched over to the 140 Federal. So first 3 shots with this bullet, not bad. This comes out to a 1.38 inch group. 2 of the 3 groups are the exact same measurement, 1.38 inches. This was the second group. Look at that, that was terrible. Not even gonna measure it, that was awful. And then there's the third group, right? So that's the highest charge weight that I tested. That was, I believe, 57, or it might have been 56 grains. Let's double check. 56. So that was 56 grains. And, you know, not bad. Might want to run that up a little bit more, but I could go ahead and load this up right now if I wanted to. Go hit the deer woods, full confidence, go kill something, and call it a day. But I think we can get a little bit more out of it, or at least I'd like to try. So that's it. Again, I told you this is going to be a relatively short and sweet video, as is the next 5 videos related to 280 Ackley Improved, because it's just going to be 1 video per bullet showing you the results, the velocities that I got, and seeing, hey, which of these 6 are any of them going to like Superformance as a powder? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I got a bunch of it, so I just want to test it out. Again, there's not a ton of data available, so this is sort of part of that, right? We're kind of peeling back the onion a little bit on this one. So that's it. That's where we're going to leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next up, I will be showing the McGuire Ballistics 143 grain Copper Rose Hollow Point bullet, show you how it performed. I did shoot all 3 of those groups, so that's already done. And then we'll switch it into sort of the heavier stuff, the 160 and the 160, 168, and 175 grain stuff. So that's it. That's where we're going to leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you next time. Y'all have a good one.